Hello folks, welcome to the Thursday forecast. So let's take a look at the euro and the US dollar. And this pair has broken out, as I said yesterday, out of this range where the price action was indicating a larger range right here. And now we have got an impulse to the upside, but then we got a huge wick and we got this aggressive retrace. So let me take this back and go through it. So as I said, we got a huge wick and then we got this aggressive retrace to a downside. As you can see here, we got a clear momentum shift, and at that point I was not looking for absolutely any trades, because when I see a huge wick and I see a aggressive retrace or a momentum shift, it usually tends to signal either a reversal or a larger range. So in this case we did get sort of a larger range, as we can see here. And now we did get this huge candle that left a huge wick up and a huge wick down. So not sure if this is maybe news or something, but yeah, so we did break the high and retrace, currently signaling to me a larger range actually. And when we see this sort of a candle where it has a huge wick up, huge wick down, we can usually expect to see a larger ranging structure, something like this. So what I will be looking for to enter a trade, I would like to see a push up and then a nice flag to go long, or I would like to see a large push down and then a nice flag to go short, or get a clean ascending and then a reversal to the downside like this, or get a clean descending and then a reversal to the upside as usual, something like this. So that is it what I will look for on the euro and US dollar. And do be careful if we do range for a long time. Do be careful of the liquidity areas below and above the range. Of course, very important to note how we break out of the range. Do we just break and retrace, or do we break and get some nice large momentum? So then let's take a look at the next one. So we have the euro and the Japanese yen. Same thing, there was an opportunity to enter on I think a flag, but for me we got double wicks and we got this aggressive retrace. This is an aggressive retrace because you can see it engulfed the prior two candles and showed a momentum shift. So at that point I was not looking for absolutely any trade, especially on the Japanese pairs, when I know that on the Japanese pairs an aggressive retrace is a very bad warning sign, and I'm not looking for absolutely any trade, because we can get just a larger range, which we did get in this case. So as you can see, we are starting to range now. And what I will be waiting for, I would expect to get more of this range bound price action. I would be really careful with the liquidity areas right here, so below and above. We definitely need to pay attention how the price breaks out of the liquidity areas. If we get a nice flag up, or maybe we get a nice large impulse down and a nice flag, or maybe we do ascend and then get a nice reversal to a downside like this, or if we do descend into the lower liquidity area, then we get a nice reversal to the upside like this. So be careful about the liquidity areas and just wait for the break of the low or a break of the high, and then for the price to form some clean price action and show us some nice momentum. And now for the Aussie pairs. So we have the Aussie and the US dollar, and as I talked about yesterday, when we get an absolutely huge wick like this, we usually get a larger range. As we can see here, a larger range is forming. So this is not a good sign for us trend traders. We want to stay out of this sort of price action, and we are still sort of stuck in this range bound area, as we can see here in this box. So what I would need to see, I would need to see either a large push down like this and then a flag to go short, or I would need to see a large impulse to the upside and then a nice flag, or maybe a break and retest trade, whatever sort of a pattern we get, or maybe a descending structure and then a clean reversal to the upside like this, or also maybe an ascending structure and then a nice clean reversal to the downside. So the ascending that goes into this upper liquidity area and gives us a nice clean ascending. But I would much rather see if the price will move away from the structure to the downside or to the upside, and then look to buy or sell on a nice continuation pattern. So yeah, that's it for the Aussie US dollar. And now for the Aussie and the Japanese yen. There was a flag right here. So a flag did form, but for me it did not fit my personal plan, as we got a huge wick at the end of this impulse. As I talked about yesterday, I did like this trend. So I did like that the market was trending up, and I did like that this was a large push. But what I didn't like is this huge wick, and then we got an aggressive retrace with this candle. So when I get a huge wick, actually double wicks in this case, and an aggressive retrace, that is no trade for me. And I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high. And as we can see, price then reversed as expected because of the wick and the momentum shift. And then we did break the low, retrace, got the small pullback, and broke the low again. We got a fairly clean close, so this was looking okay. But for me personally, because we just broke the low and retraced here, I wanted to see a bit more. I wanted to see momentum to the downside. So this opportunity right here, maybe some people entered on a break and retest short for it to retest this area of the inside bar. But for me personally, that did not fit my plan. And then price just continued ranging. So it broke the low, retraced. And I do believe we will continue with this sort of a range. Since we did not move far away from this whole range right here, we just, as I said, broke and retraced, got some momentum, but then got a reversal, retraced, got a momentum shift. So what I would look for in order to get in on a trade, actually there was a trend change also right here. I would look for a large push down, of course, or a large push up, like this. Some really nice conviction, a really nice impulse, some large momentum. Or I would see if we get more of a descending structure, and then we reverse to the upside like this, get a nice flag to go long. So let me delete this. If we do start to ascend, then I just expect to see a larger range, to be honest, since then we would have a descending structure going into an ascending, which usually signals to us that we will get this larger sort of a range. So that is it for the Aussie and the Japanese yen. I will be careful with taking a reversal on this pair, as the reversals don't really tend to work out. According to my backtesting, they're not that high probability, so if one forms, I really need to see some clean price action. But for continuations, this pair is very, very good, so definitely look for a nice continuation up or a nice continuation down. Currently the market is pausing a bit. I would be a bit more careful. We will see what happens today, what happens tomorrow, and I will see you guys in the next forecast. Hope you enjoyed and hope you took some value.